The opinions expressed on the radio program by the hosts, co-hosts, guests, and call-in listeners or chatters are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not necessarily represent the opinions of Genesis Radio, www.genesisradio.com, Genesis Radio's owners, management, or affiliates.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Genesis Radio, everybody. It is another Tuesday here in the Poconos.
Happy
and
Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tuesday. And yeah, welcome back. I'm your host, Amazing Amy, and I'm here with my BFF and co-host,
Victoria Paris.
and this is
In My Opinion.
So it's been a couple weeks since we've seen y'all, so we got a lot to catch up on. As normal, let's start with a little vibe check. How you feeling today, friend?
We need to have the little words that bounce across the screen.
Vibe check. Yes, we do. We need
I
some
like
animation. If anybody would like to be our freelance graphic designer, we are hiring. What do you get? Cool points, networking opportunity, and to say that you worked with us.
You know.
We become big stars.
Yes, and then a pay opportunity in the future.
Yes. Period.
But all that stuff.
Yes,
Vibe
that's on
check.
the way. On the way. So our vibe check today, quick weather report. It is freezing. All right.
Oh.
I hate to keep talking about the weather, but every time we think it's about to be good and we're about to be in the nice season, it's just we're not quite there yet.
What's the weather report?
It's
Break.
Emoji.
Break. I wish I had a prop right now.
Break. Okay.
Like, oh my
Came
God.
outside in a crop top jean jacket, looked outside, said, "Oh yeah, it's nice and sunny today." Stepped out, said, "Shiver me timber."
Mm-hmm.
Had to turn around.
Timber me shivers.
and layer me up. So yeah, it's cold up here on the mountain still. It's only April the 8th. Easter's coming up.
Ooh.
The year is going by though.
We
so,
got a little taste of the warmth though, so we know what we in store for.
Yeah, it's trickling in. So still get those summer bodies in shape and whatnot.
In the gym. I was
But
just thinking about
We
that.
here.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Couple of bumps in the road, had some car troubles on my way over here, but
It happens to the
let that
best
stop
of us,
me.
boo.
I don't let that stop me, I just be rolling with the punches nowadays because it's better to roll with the punches than get rolled over. So
I thought of the you exactly where you're supposed to be, like when you miss your exit or
Mhm.
when you miss your bus
Mhm.
or like you weren't supposed to be on the road right there.
yeah, burnt toast
So for
theory.
some reason,
Burnt toast theory.
yeah.
Burnt
So
toast in the morning kept you
that
just a
battery
little
theory,
bit
it
late.
happens.
That battery theory, because
Okay.
that's what it was.
It happens. You always right where you're supposed to be. So if you look at every little mishap or circumstance that happens positively, then you could turn things right around.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm feeling good as well. I'm a little salty to be back in this cold weather, not gonna lie. Because I had a nice couple days in my motherland of Jamaica. Being on the island was love, needed that. And yeah, that was a beautiful kickoff to my spring.
Absolutely.
Very much a highlight or like a start to my summer. So setting the tone for a good summer.
A good kickoff for anything.
For anything. It's
For
never a bad
anything.
time to
It's
go
never,
to Jamaica.
Right, exactly. So
yeah, that was nice. Can't complain. So tonight's show, we got a couple good topics for y'all. So let's just do a quick little rundown before we get into the tea. Right? Tonight's show's going to be good. We got a couple things to talk about. So for the millennials, me and you, we're going to talk about Bow Wow and Chris Brown. Chris Brown's going on tour. That's a big thing that's trending. Bow Wow recently did a podcast. He made some comments that we'd like to get into.
Yeah.
Fetty Wap.
I got some words about Fetty Wap.
Yes, we have a resurfaced interview clip of Fetty Wap that we think is really relevant to the times and like for everybody.
Yeah,
and
everybody
there.
can relate.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit, about having the right people in your circle, keeping the right people around you, and how important that is. Yeah, Mr. 1738, we love him. I miss him.
Okay.
So, yes, we're going to get into that. And then our question of the day, our question of the week. First of all, shout out to y'all for tuning in to us on IG and giving us your responses. Y'all had a lot to say, and as usual, you guys are so funny. Y'all are so funny. We love talking to y'all. We love that y'all love talking to us. So we posed the question: how do you feel about women shooting their shot? And we got it from the women's POV. We got it from the men's point of view. And if our producer TP comes back, we will get his POV as well from
and y'all get us our
man's opinion. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about with you guys.
Yeah.
We're happy to be back. We missed you all, and thank you for tuning in as always.
Absolutely.
Before we get into our show topics, I would like to do a quick little local highlight because we got some events coming up.
I'm all about the animations today, aren't
Yeah,
I?
we gotta get some
all about the
graphics.
animations. I'm like, I wish I had a
I feel
prop.
like it's in SpongeBob when he said imagination. We do need that. So yeah, we're looking for a graphic designer. All right, put the word out. But in our local events upcoming in the Poconos, it's getting warmer soon, but there's a lot that's going to be going on starting this month. One of our show guests, one of our very own. At this point, we can say we got people. You know, we got people.
Yeah.
So one of our very own local entrepreneur and fashion designer, Sade Robinson, will be showcasing her clothing line, Conceive X by Sade Nicole. That fashion showcase will be taking place Saturday, April 19th at IQ Cigar Lounge in East Stroudsburg. IQ Cigar Lounge is located in the Price Chopper Plaza. It's also our little spot.
Yeah, I love going there.
Yeah, they're also friends of the station, friends of the show. So shout out to IQ. So we'll be there next Saturday. Little fashion show, little vibe, little mix and mingle.
And I
network.
Bought one of her pieces.
Mm-hmm.
The quality is there.
Elite.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's a great piece. So I still haven't styled it yet. I'm thinking about styling it for the showcase. So.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to what I'm gonna style, what piece of hers I'm gonna style as well. Yours truly will be hosting. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
So catch me on the mic doing what I do, yipping and yapping. But it's gonna be fun. There'll also be a raffle that day. So with every drink purchase, you're gonna get a raffle ticket. And you'll have the opportunity to win one of the pieces from the collection. So tune into that. I'll also be posting that on Instagram throughout the week. Tune in for more content regarding that as well. We got some stuff brewing for you guys. So we're excited.
And there's a chance to win I think she said there's a chance to win a custom piece too.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant to say.
Oh, the raffle.
Yeah, that's what the raffle is for. It's for a custom piece. So
I'm gonna try to win that.
Yeah, so tap in, come see what's out there and who's out there, and just come hang out with some local cool people. But yes, getting back to In Our Opinion, we got a lot to say this week. Let's start with some trending internet news.
Onaja!
Our girl Onaja is back.
I live for her, as y'all can tell.
Onaja got fans. What can I say? Onaja got fans.
I live for her. I'm glad to see she's safe. That's first and foremost. I'm so glad that she's back in America and that she's safe.
She is the definition of a character. We are definitely glad for her safety.
Mm-hmm.
She had quite a run. She could write a book. And she should
write a book.
But I feel like Onaja not all there, which we could have surmised from her whole ordeal in Pakistan, running around talking to these people however she wanted.
Yes.
But she got pretty far.
She did. And she made it back.
Some people don't worry about her in Dubai, but she made it back and she's out in her Christian Dior boots. I'm sorry, Christian
boots. My girl, did y'all see her picture? She got the slum picture. Like, she's out here. I love it. Her Bronx girl for real.
Yeah, shout out to the towns. She's looking healthy and clean and makeup is done. And,
hair was laid. Hair was laid.
Everything.
It was a bust down.
So shout out to Onaja. We're glad she's back on the grid.
My girl.
And we hope to see nothing but good things from her. I hope she turned that into some sort of endorsement, some sort of deal.
I hope she get that money she was asking.
Yeah, get that money on, honey.
Okay.
But I think she just looking to be back home, if nothing else.
Yeah. And I know she probably realized that too.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, she was playing around for a little bit there, but it got serious.
Yeah.
But we had a good run with her also. So
we did.
Yeah, hopefully we keep seeing good things from Onaja. She's become our internet celebrity.
Yeah, that's my girl. She like
on the grid of the months, January, February, March. Onaja could get January or maybe February, but she up there.
Yeah.
She's up there.
Was it February? Oh, it was March. I don't know. These
March just went by. I think it was a little before that. I think she was out in Pakistan maybe earlier in the year, like January, February.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we almost at Easter, boo.
Yeah, time
almost
flying.
at Easter, honey.
So yes.
Yeah. So yes, and then for the millennials, like we said, let's talk about Bow Wow and Chris Brown. So we're gonna talk about them separately and together, right? Because is Chris Brown bringing him on tour?
I don't know.
I think I saw that somewhere, but we're gonna talk
about.
But
then they have this song now.
Yes.
So he might.
So that's the first thing. I love Spotify. They just put me onto good music all the time. So I heard the Bow Wow and Chris Brown song, "Use Me." I like it. It's giving that early 2000s vibe that they're both known for. It's giving like almost like the same vibe as "Like You." In a way,
yes.
Not entirely because it's not a love song and it's two guys, but that vibe, that summer, let your hair down with your boo holding hands. Like,
so I have a controversial opinion about it. It's not even controversial, but it's just I like the song. I do like the song 100%, but I feel like there's a cheat code. If you use a classic beat, the song is 10 times more likely to be likable.
Let's talk about it. They're both veteran artists.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
they have the arsenal to create a masterpiece regardless. Using a fire beat or fire sample is kind of a cheat code, but at their caliber, they could have done that anyway.
You're right.
Yeah.
They could have done it anyway. I'm not, no, because I don't want to say I'm just crediting it. Because I'm not. Because it's Chris Brown and Bow Wow, and I like that song, but I just feel like that's a little bit of cheat code, though. You know? Like, I would like to hear some original something from Chris Brown and Bow Wow. Like, give us, like the album, the Facebook. Was that the album?
Did they do a joint album back in the day? I know Chris Brown and 50.
Or was that the tour they did joint?
I know 50 Cent and Kanye did that whole thing, but I don't recall. But my comment to that was, oh, is Bow Wow back? Like, is he back? Because he kind of was on the back burner, I guess, for a little bit there.
But Bow Wow is Bow Wow. Like, is he ever really on the back burner?
Yeah, in terms of, is he relevant right now? Oh, that's Omarion and Bow Wow, though. I thought you said Chris Brown.
Oh.
You right. About Chris Brown.
Anyways.
Because he's going on tour, and I was wondering
Yeah.
He's bringing Bow Wow with him.
I got
rewind. But anyway. So I was saying, I think Bow Wow's back. Not that he's back like he lost his credibility, but I think celebrities can become irrelevant when they're not in the public eye at that time, when they're not generating any news, when they're not doing anything. So I feel like for a little bit there, I would say for the past maybe 5 years or so.
When was the last Millennium Tour?
We haven't heard nothing about Wow. Pre-COVID.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't think
it was
that long ago. I thought they did a few of them. I know it was the one that went to Heliante with when B2K had the whole shebang bang online. So that one was like, I think that was the very first one.
I don't know the details, but I like this song. It's giving early 2000s feel, summer spirit, calm, sexy vibes. Like I said, is Bow Wow back? I think so, because we haven't really heard much about him. He hasn't really been doing anything out, open, putting out music, even doing interviews like that for a little bit. We've seen him here and there, paparazzi pictures.
I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I feel like Bow Wow's always in something. Like, it's either be clowning him, we talking about something he's doing, like, not like super in the front, but like, I don't know.
But not
Bow
relevant.
Wow always saying
okay, so
something
this
to do with
way.
something.
I don't know. Well, he hasn't dropped any music or anything like that. So this song is me saying, okay, he's back because he's doing what we know him to do, be a musician. Otherwise, he's just being one of us, being outside, getting caught, taking pictures. I'm not sure what his plan is, if he's on like a comeback tour vibe, because the song is one thing. He was on Cam Newton's podcast, which I want to get into his comments about Sierra because they were kind and nice, and I thought that was sweet of him, even though I have a sidebar. I have another side to that that's kind of like, But will he keep making music? I mean, I hope so. We liked Bow Wow when he was doing his thing, when he was making the kind of music that we like him to make. I think when people stay in their lane, sure, let's see more.
I think he should hit up acting or something.
Is he good at that? Oh yeah. He wasn't I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me, I forget. Yeah, he could get back on his What was he
Like
in?
Mike.
Like Mike. Yeah, he could get back
And
on
he was
that.
in Lottery Ticket. He was in Big Mom.
It's funny how
Not
similar
Big
him and
Mama's
Chris
House,
Brown are.
Something else.
But
Mama.
respectfully, Chris Brown's not an actor. That's not his forte. I don't think he's a good actor.
Yeah, well, he was only in Stomp the Yard and
They had to kill him
This
off how bad he
Christmas,
was.
which I
They
know
had
this
to
is
kill him off how bad he
controversial.
was. And this Christmas, it was for his vocals. He sang the life out of that song. So they kept him for the soundtrack, but he's just not an actor.
Yeah,
You know, that's what I said. When people stay in their lane and they're
they
good
do
at what they do,
supposed to do.
we like it.
He's clearly on tour, so
Yeah. We like it.
yeah, right.
But him being on tour, I know we talked about, so let's stick to Bow Wow real quick. Let's talk about the Millennium Tour, and then we'll get into Chris Brown's tour because that is also flying off the shelves. Tickets for that are going crazy. People are going nuts. So, Bow Wow was on Cam Newton's podcast recently. He made some kind comments about Sierra, just basically giving her flowers, saying that she's one of the most talented artists that he knows. To this day, she still sings her behind off, dances her behind off, and she's doing it to the same capacity as she did 20 years ago, which I think is true.
Yeah, absolutely.
We could never discredit
and
that.
He would bring her on tour or something like that, right?
Yeah. That he would love to be on stage with her should there be another Millennium Tour. I'm not sure what happened with the first one. I guess you were saying it didn't go great. I heard about it. I heard about the controversy of it when it happened, but I don't know the detail of that. But the comments were nice. It was nice of him to be like, Sierra should be more recognized than she is. And I agree with him because at the end of the day, Sierra is Sierra. She's another one where you say like, Bow Wow's always gonna be Bow Wow. I like that about Sierra.
Yeah. I don't know. Sierra does drop though. I just don't tune into her, and I'm not gonna lie like I do. She drops.
I think her persona has moved from Sierra the artist to Sierra the wife.
The wife. Yeah.
Just because of pop culture, and that's how we've come to reclassify her. But in terms of her artistry, we can never discredit that she does her thing, and she gives 100%.
I love me some CC.
100%. Me too. It's my good Scorpio sis. Love her to death. So, yeah. Chris Brown going on tour.
Chris Brown's going on tour. I'm going.
Love that for you. I'm gonna sit this one out.
So, this is the 20th anniversary tour. This is for the millennials. This one's not for the residual babies. This is for us. Yo, run it.
True.
Give me that.
I would love to be
Young
on
love.
a live stream, but I don't want to be there.
Stop playing with the ball.
I'm sure it's gonna be everything and then some.
Yeah, and I haven't, like, my sister has been to a few of his concerts and some of my friends, but I've never been. But I hear, and then like obviously online, that he puts on a show. Like,
yeah, he's a performer.
Show.
He's a performer.
Yeah, so
with a capital P. Like,
yeah,
some artists are artists. They get out there and they rap, they sing, but he's a performer.
All
my
around.
boy dances. Everyone we just talked
he's
about
flying
him,
across
Sierra,
the stage. I seen a clip of him.
We could argue my boy does the most, but
okay.
Will he beat Chris if he did it?
If he didn't, great. And you get your money's worth. They was mad at his ticket prices, his meet and greet prices.
I mean, how's it any different than Beyonce's ticket prices? You know, set your worth, whatever you got. And you know he don't play with the meet and greets. He gonna hug you like you his girl.
He gonna squeeze your little
He gonna make you feel special.
He gonna squeeze that little cupcake.
Pay that $1,000 ticket. I ain't mad at you. Get your experience. You only live one time, my girl.
And the actual concert tickets aren't that bad, but the meet and greet is
right. The experience,
but the concert tickets aren't that like egregious. They're not Beyonce prices for sure. So
for no meet and greet.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
hey,
Exactly.
Pay a little bread. Have your little fun. Post your little picture. Live it up.
Yes. Another one for us. A little over.
Wait. I wanted to. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
No, wait. This still about the concert? Or
no, go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the no red bandanas comment.
Oh.
So Chris gonna post on Instagram. I don't have the exact clip, y'all. Forgive me for my lack of journalism skills, but I just recall that he said no red bandanas at his shows.
Yeah.
Now he also posted,
which was responsible on.
But then in the caption he gonna write, I'm brisk breezy, but no red bandanas at the show. Like,
Because people will do it in like solidarity of him, but it's like you're gonna put yourself in danger.
And I'm also not sure if he said that specifically about like his LA show or like.
No, he said all, but I'm sure he wasn't gonna specify which one. it probably is the LA
exclude.
show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, but also to New York. Like, I feel like big cities, like they're big city places where
it was just funny. And the
It
funniest
was.
part to me is that one, Chris, why do you have to say that? Two, somebody on Twitter was like, he became a gang member at 28 years old. And I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
because it also is true.
Yeah, it's
Like-
very juvenile. They don't wear red to my show.
Well, but responsible.
To an
Because people
extent.
are not
To an
like
extent.
we know better, right? But people
Yeah.
are not so smart.
It's
People
true.
are not so smart.
I mean,
like you said, you shouldn't be idolizing someone so much that you're gonna wear the red band and you don't even know what you're
if they
doing.
shooting up basement parties, then I don't put it past nobody to do something crazy at a Christmas concert.
Ain't you supposed to be
All
singing
things
and dancing
considered.
there?
You're supposed to be there vibing, right? But hey.
Powing up the place.
So I guess it was responsible, but it's just funny that he had to say that.
Yeah.
Everything about that was hilarious to me. So
The people.
if you're going on a Chris Brown tour, enjoy. Get those tickets while you can. Have your meet and greet fun. And I'll live vicariously. I hope I can catch you on live stream somewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like concerts should do that. Sell me a live stream ticket. Sell me an IMAX theater ticket.
You think so?
That's a concept. So I wonder why they don't do stuff like that. Like, give me a virtual. I can't be there, but I'll buy
I mean, Beyonce did
like
it.
a fraction. It's
With
a
her little
concept.
movie thing.
Anyhow,
Yes.
friend. Our next topic is having the right people in your corner.
And yourself.
Having the people who tell you when you're going left, when you need to be going right. And our example today is Betty Bob.
Betty.
That's
With
so
one eye. Yeah, so I had seen this clip and it had started off and it caught my attention because he was like, I knew I was falling off when I stopped making 100K a day. And I said, whoa, Betty was making 100K a day? And I was like, so I rewinded it and I'm like, he said he was making $100,000 a day. He said he knew he was falling off when he was bringing in like 60K a day, 50K a day. He was booking him for 50K a day. That's probably what he was looking for. Then the interviewer, I'm not sure if it was academics or someone else, but the interviewer was like, what year was that? And he said 2017. And I was like, wait, Fetty was in 2017? And I was like, yeah, Fetty had himself a nice little run. Like, he had himself a nice little run. So he said for at least like over a year, he was making 100K a day. He said then, money started dwindling, accounts started getting frozen. He didn't know what he was doing with his, he wasn't paying attention to his money. And everyone around him didn't care. Yeah, like, and these are the people that he's going broke off of. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm going to the store, I'm out with my friends. And I feel like as women, we take care of our friends, but guys do it in like an excessive splurge way when like they get money. Like, because like my whole entourage
for them, it's
there.
not just taken care of. For them, it's like ego.
Yeah,
well. It's like, oh, I'm the one.
You're buying 15 men a brand new pair of Robin jeans. Not one of these men is coming out of their pocket.
That's tricking.
You're literally tricking on your friends. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he's like, when he's just started doing things like going left, like he was buying a apartment in every city he frequented because he didn't want to stay in a hotel. But he's spending $5,000-$6,000 on rent a month. You know what I'm saying? And his homies is just like, no one around him is telling him like, bro, you don't need that. You don't need to do that. Like, this is not it. And he's
but
like,
I mean, birds of a feather flock together. If those are choices he was making out, I wouldn't see his friends saying that's irresponsible, especially if they're benefiting from it. But
that is true. Well, that was his point. He was like, people were scared, even if they thought different, people were scared to tell him different because
they didn't want to get cut off from the funds. If he starts being financially responsible, who stops getting compensated?
No, he said they were just scared. Like, they were scared that he would like retaliate, like just be like, oh, like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like the responsible friend who stands up and goes, guys, that's not cool. And everyone kind of just pushes you away. Like that. Like, he was like, they were scared of me. Like, I had a bunch of yes men around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
like,
yeah.
But it's worse when yes men usually are benefiting. It's to some benefit, like either to spite you, either because they see that this is leading to your downfall, or because they're getting something from it.
But he said as long as the money
yes
was
man
coming,
is a yes
no
man
one
through and
cared.
through.
But yeah, so yeah, and I was just like, that's crazy. You really gotta especially when you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when you down too, because you might stay there. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you got around you, but like, you definitely gotta just have good-minded people around you. Have
and take
responsible
inventory.
people around
Do
you.
audits of who's around and how they're affecting.
And like you said, well, those are his caliber of friends. That's what I say. When you are looking to be a certain something, hang around people who are already doing that.
Right.
Like, hang around people who are doing better than you, who are in the spaces that you want to be in, so that you can gravitate to that. Because if you hanging around what you already know, that's what you're gonna do.
Even like our parents would say, "Oh, show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are." And they'd be like, "No, but I don't do that." But
you gonna start.
It can't be 7 of y'all, and you not number 8. You know what I'm saying? You do the same thing. So
Ooh, that's crazy because we hated that.
I know, but
we hated that.
But adulting is understanding what the adults were saying when we were kids. So we're getting it. But it's very important to take inventory of who's around you and how that influences your life and your choices.
So I was just like, that was crazy. And I just thought that was like, because we know Fetty Wap was like, Fetty Wap ever was that time. And then it was a swift downfall.
Yeah. But also just knowing, just like from Fetty Wap's social persona, he was a flashy, showboaty, big money type of guy. It wasn't like he was a humble bragger about what he had going on. I think he was just like, by the time he realized he was beyond his means,
it was too late.
Yeah.
To dial it back.
And I could also say, like, yes, you got to be aware of who's around you, but you got to take some responsibility also.
No, but he did. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hindsight is always 20/20, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but that was his hindsight on, like, outside of what I was doing. Like, damn, I have one person around me. Like, bro, chill. And that is crazy to
when
think,
you have that caliber of money, you need to be having advisors on your team.
Yeah,
you need to be having people managing those accounts, but.
Then the accountants be skimming off the top too, so you gotta watch that, because he said something about like how he wasn't handling his money and money was just going. So it's just a thing.
It all comes down to having
being responsible, and having people you trust around you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
yeah,
but I was just like, that was a little. I don't know, it piqued my interest, and I was like, that's crazy, because
the older you get, the more you acquire, or. Just like the more I feel like just the older you get, because the older you get, the more you go through, the more changes that happen in your life, the more you might acquire, the more money you might come into, whatever.
And changes are more serious too. Like you said, you're acquiring serious things.
Right.
You're not, unless you're just doing frivolous stuff, but that's
on you. But
right.
For most adults, there's some changes going on that are like a little bit bigger than what we were dealing with 10 years ago. So yeah. Do a little relationship audit. See who's doing what.
And check yourself.
Yeah, facts.
Yes.
So. Maybe sometimes you're the person you need to check yourself. But you should also, if you're going to say you have a community and you can depend on 1 out of 5 people to be your sounding board, then you got to revisit your relationships.
Yeah.
And you got to revisit what you value in your relationship. So yeah. But yeah, that's a good little lesson.
Yeah. He in jail now, free Fetty Wap, so I'm sure he think about that a lot.
Free Fetty Wap. Well,
no shade, but
I'm ready for the Fetty Wap come back to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there. Just like we was there in 2017.
Baby.
That was so much fun.
It was lit.
Yes.
But yeah, topic of the day.
Our question of the week. Shooting your shot, ladies. So yeah, this one's for the ladies. We posed this to the ladies. We got some men's opinions, but y'all are secondary.
Yeah.
We asked the ladies, how do they feel about shooting their shot? So
how do you feel about it? Is that something you do? Is it like yes? Is it like hard no?
What's your opinion on shooting your shot as a woman?
So my overall answer for that I got from the ladies was shoot.
Yep.
Overall,
I got basketball emojis. I got a few basketball emojis. I got a few like specific ones. My one friend said, if he looked like Skepta, I'm shooting every single shot.
Period. So that was like, it depends.
It depends on whatever. And I think just like all the questions we asked, it depends. But what's your opinion?
I I am.
Are
Like,
we pro or anti?
I'm like 98% hard pass.
You're 98% anti women shooting their shot.
Anti me shooting my shot.
Okay.
I am not a shot shooter.
Okay.
I don't like to do it. Like if I'm you gotta be something and like you gotta be something. And like, sometimes when I got a little drinks in me, I might be a little flirty. I might be you know what I'm saying? But like on a real serious note, like I'm not a shot shooter.
Okay.
You gonna pick up what I put down? I'm a Libra. I'm naturally flirty.
Which is
you know what I'm saying? So
She's
you're gonna pick up
y'all.
what I put down, or nothing will be getting picked up at all. And if you don't know, you know. But I am not a social media girl, so there will be no shooting of the shots through like DM or nothing like that.
It's
so
real time or no time.
It's real time or no time, right? Exactly. So if I am shooting my shot,
traditional over here.
It gotta be face to face. Like, but 9 times out of 10, I'm not. You're gonna feel these pheromones.
Wait.
You're gonna feel these pheromones.
Nothing wrong with that.
Cause I don't know. I like a chaser.
Love that.
That's something.
Nothing wrong with that.
What about you?
Me personally, I'm a shooter. Dependent on circumstances, but yeah, like I feel like if we've been flirting and I'm enjoying the flirt, I'll shoot the shot.
Yeah.
Because sometimes men are slow, and sometimes they'll be unsure of whether they should shoot shots or not, and I just don't have time for them to be confused. So I just go for it if I'm feeling it. So yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
It depends, but yeah, the ladies who answered me said that they're willing to shoot their shot. What did you ladies say?
So I really got only like 4 hard pass. Like 4 girls were like hard pass. No, they didn't put any explanation. No, somebody was like, one person gave an explanation and they said, I just feel like if you not feeling me, then I'm not feeling you. Right. So it's like, and I kind of agree.
But I feel like
then
it's
the
not
other
a matter
ones
of feeling you. I feel like the shooting the shot is different than the initial attraction banter.
Oh, so like maybe we have different definitions of shot shooting. Because I feel like if we sitting in a spot, if we sitting in a spot, I'm smoking my hookah, I'm with my girls, I see you across the floor, you see me see you across the floor. I go, I take some of my drink, I see you see you again across the floor. I smile. You know what I'm saying? There will be no
right
work.
There.
Yeah,
because they be confused.
So
they
that
be like, I don't know what that meant. I don't know. Like,
and that could go on for however long. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just a little light scenario, but to exchange numbers or to get to the point where there's gonna be a conversation, unless it's just like I'm just in that moment.
The man has to approach.
In that moment.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta be in that moment.
Like, so even just for the initial approach, the man has to approach.
For me,
sure.
That's what I feel like the shooting of the shot is, because I might do a little flirt, or even say if you sitting at the bar side by side.
I don't know, like
if I were talking,
yeah.
Okay, say if you're just sitting at the bar, this conversation starts. But I feel like that's fine. That's not shooting shot. Even if you start the conversation, I don't feel like that's unless you're like, yo, you found what's your number, then you shot your shot. But if it's just like a little light conversation, oh, what you doing here, whatever, blah blah. That's not shooting shot. But once like some type of trying to get to know you more, Instagram, phone number,
contact outside of right now.
I feel like
that's the shooting.
That's the shooting of the shot.
Got you.
That's like, okay, I'm feeling you, and what's up?
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because like,
I'll
talk somebody's head off.
I'll do that if I really like the person. If there's been initial conversation and I'm feeling it, then I'll shoot the shot. But if I'm not feeling it, then maybe I shoot. So that's a circumstance.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so guess what? And then I got like some 50-50s, like, but most of the ladies said, shoot.
Yeah.
Dude, they know what's up with you.
Yeah, I think that's on being modern women. I think that the modern woman is more down to be a little more forward.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I think
you know
we
what I'm saying?
Keep, like,
and I also feel like different things work for different people.
Yeah.
You know what I
feel
mean?
Like even that's a spectrum. Like some people are super traditional where it's like, no, the man has to pursue, the man has to hunt, the man. But then some people are in the middle where it's like, no, I might pursue sometimes.
Yeah. Or I
whatever,
think just maybe some people aren't approachers and shouldn't be. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not a shooter, but maybe I'm just not gonna be good at it anyway. Maybe that's not my lane. You know what I'm saying?
That's possible.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's just not my lane to be shooting shots. Like,
it's possible. You gotta be true to yourself regardless.
You know?
You gotta be true to yourself and everything. So.
And then we asked the fellas.
Yes, what did the men
asked the fellas. Okay. Ooh, TP need to come back. I asked the fellas, do they like when women shoot their shot? And I used a little "play me for your heart" clip just to throw some dramatics on it. 100% shoot. 100%. Yeah. I got 2 people that said depends, and I like it. 100% said shoot, and I think that's a lie. I think it's a lie. I think it's a.
I think it sounds good.
I think it sounds good.
I would agree with you because you know what I think. I think men would think it's desperate. They would think it's desperate. We would think we're being modern, feminine women, da 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 da. And you know how we have this conversation all the time. Like we want it how y'all want it, but they would look at us as being desperate if we wouldn't be the ones to pursue. So yes, some people are super traditional, and but I think most men are super traditional, misogynistic,
and I think they think they like it.
Knowing it. Yeah.
Like I feel like, okay, you like when women shoot your shot, but is the woman who shot her shot gonna be your wife?
I was about to tell you that it depends. The ones who answer depends. I think it depends on their level of attraction to the woman who shoots their shot.
I think that the ones who said but I think they're honest about it. I think there's a lot of guys who said shoot and they're not thinking that deep into it. Okay, so let me not say that they're not being honest. I just don't think they're thinking on that level. Like, you don't want no girl who you deem unattractive. I'm not gonna call anyone ugly, but you don't want someone you deem unattractive to be shooting a shot at you.
Right, to approach you or whatever. But
if you felt like this girl is a 10, I probably couldn't even get her, and she shot her shot at you. Of course you would like that, because then it takes.
You know me, I like to peel back the layers. So I feel like if we're asking, do you like when a woman shoots her shot? It could be yes, shoot. But the depending is different. Like, depending on if I'm attracted to her or depending on.
Yeah, I should have wrote the depends people and seen why they picked that. I didn't. And I usually
do. Like, depending on how I'm feeling that day, or I don't know.
Right. Or it could be depending on how she shot her shot.
Right. Or it could just be the intent. Like, do you just like that a woman is forward enough to do that? Or do you think a woman who's forward enough to do that is a little desperate?
Do you like the quality of that she's shooting her shot, or do you just like the fact that she shot
it at you? Was it an ego boost because it made you feel good? Like, oh yeah, I still got it.
Or was it like, no, I like the
that
confidence.
Lady got sunk and I like her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it'd be a thin line between confidence and desperate.
Yeah, and men will try to call you out on being confident.
What do you mean? Right. She ran me down. I ran you down. It's crazy.
But yeah.
So I liked it. I was like, I put up another note.
Do you remember you came up with that question?
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say.
Oh no.
It was the Breakfast Club.
Oh.
No, but I caught a tail end of it. I don't know. One of them was just saying, I think it was Charlotte. He was like, I feel like women should. I don't see why they don't. I feel like women should. And I was just like, man. But then I got a phone call, so I didn't hear any of the conversation, but I could tell that they had that conversation. So, and I was like,
it's always, women should, but then we do it, and how is it received? Not positively, or
like I don't know. And like I said, I'm a traditional girl. I'm like, no, I want to meet you face to face. Like you write me in a DM. You got 48 hours. First 48.
So I was gonna say that too. Like
done.
The modern era makes shooting the shot more accessible, which is why I feel like more people are like shoot because that behind the screen give you more gumption than back in the day when you had to be in the party and actually talking to somebody,
looking good, smelling good, and spitting game.
Right. You had to be a skilled, trained assassin back in the day. Okay, it wasn't no look at my IG. It wasn't no look at these Amiris. It was, who can you talk? Can you hold the conversation? Do you look good? Do you smell good? Like you said. So yeah. the digital era makes it easier to shoot the shot and more accessible. But how you don't have to be received still, so
Yeah.
it depends.
I don't know. Yeah, it depends. And then, like I mean, and some people don't care how it's being received. And you shouldn't. If you're a shooter, you shouldn't care.
Yeah, you got to be bold to be a shooter.
Yeah,
It takes
you know what I'm
courage.
saying? So
It takes courage to shoot because that rejection is instant too. It's right there,
and it's like, is it? I don't know.
That's it. More than done.
Yeah, like I did some shooting, but like I'm usually drunk in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying. A little flirty flirt is
Yeah,
harmless
but-
to me. Flirting is harmless to me,
Yeah,
but
but-
shooting shots, that's a step up. Shooting the
Yeah.
shot like, oh, I want to keep talking to you after this interaction. I'm not
It's
sure
like
about that.
right because I don't know. It's something about that. Like
It's another step.
it's another step. It's like
It's like walking. It's like we here, we neutral, but who gonna take that step
we
forward?
talking, and it's like I gotta ask you. Like, no, you feeling me? Like, no, you need to be asking for my number. You need to be wanting.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
I
what
wish
do you
TP
mean?
was in here so we can
Me
talk
too.
about. OMG, I'm gonna go see if I can find him.
He be trying to do. He gonna he
Entertain
gonna
our
come in
guests
here.
briefly.
He gonna come in
coming
here.
right back,
he
y'all.
gonna come in here on time, and I already know
need his
today.
energy. Oh yes, right on time. Can you
Yes,
chime
right
in
on
for this portion of our
time.
show, please?
We went and got TP our mail. Yes,
Our
well,
our
guy.
wise oracle.
yes, our producer.
What up, TP?
All right, what's going on, y'all? What's going on?
Hey, so we
What's the
just
deal?
talking about
What y'all bumping y'all
How
guns
men
about?
feel about
Oh.
women shooting a shot.
so everyone except 2 people. I got 100%, and I got a lot of votes, guys. Like I got a lot of votes. All the men said they like women who shoot their shot, and I said
Okay.
it can't be 100%. Like
We
it's
think they
no
lying.
way. We think some men just
Just
they
saying
don't
that 'cause
know.
It sounds good, but how they really feel about it is
It might
No.
come off a little desperate.
Nah, y'all don't come off desperate.
Okay,
Because
so what you think?
It's how you carry yourself.
Okay.
You
So
know?
that's what depends, right? It depends
it's
on
Yeah.
certain things.
It's your presentation. You know what I mean? So like, shit, I've been bagged.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? Shit, they done laid their game down, and
And you were sold.
sold
And
to
you
the
like
American.
Okay, I like that.
But yeah,
So it depends.
It depends, right?
yeah, because if she raggedy,
Because we were saying
not
it depends on-
not raggedy with how she presents herself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If she can't articulate properly,
Like we said,
You
you
know,
got the game,
we-
you got the
Talk, you
presentation.
smell good.
we ain't with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
If she talking like most of the women today on social network, a choice
she
brother,
Period bookie. You're not feeling that.
no, choice brother don't want that. You know what I mean? A choice brother is not. No,
The good men they speak of don't
Yeah.
want that.
Don't want to period
yeah.
bookie.
Just like with y'all, right? Y'all know if y'all want to get with a man within
This
First
I wanted
5
to bring
minutes.
you in here because I wanted to talk about
with the first 5 minutes when a man come in and lay his game down, right then and there if he gonna get your math. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Right?
That's a fact.
immediately.
So same thing with y'all. When y'all shoot your shot, we know as soon as you open your mouth is a yay or nay. You know what I mean? And if I know from the rip that I can't take you in the rooms that I'm going into, you're no good for me.
Yeah, like it's the first impression thing. You do a quick analysis of everybody when they approach you. You know what I'm saying?
You only
But
get
see,
one
I
opportunity
think
to make a
that's
first
why
impression.
I feel like I'm on TP side with that because it's like that's why I feel like social media shooting shot don't do me no like it does nothing for me because it's like you just typing something right now like
But
I
it
can't
can be
even
argued
like
that the social media shooting shot has to be getting off of social media. If the bar shooting shot is let me get your number so we can talk after this. If you're gonna shoot your shot on social media, are we getting up out these DMs? Are we getting up out this text message?
right. That's what I was saying. It
Well,
gotta
you know
be
what?
like 24, 48.
It's different
It
for
gotta-
us because
you
we
gotta
got
keep
these in
it.
the way. This is literally in the middle
But
of the
see, that's
relationship.
what I'm saying. I don't like I don't want to meet no dude on Instagram for real. Because I feel like
Me neither.
mentally I'm gonna tap out in 50. You got 15 messages to make something shake, or it's just like
That's too damn long.
It should be right away.
that's what
though.
I'm saying.
I
Like
agree
that's
with
what I'm
that.
saying.
That I could agree with. The back and forth in the DMs, absolutely not. The prolonged dialogue, no. If you're gonna shoot the shot at me, That's to get the initial contact. Let's
That's
get
right.
out
Let's
of
get
here.
on a phone. Let's
Yes,
set
let's
up
get out of
a
this setting.
date.
That's where y'all go wrong.
Yeah.
So you think heart eyes in
Shoot.
my DMs is you saying you want to be with me and you want
Look
to take
here.
me
or
out.
something. Like I'm supposed to go, oh my God, hey, you give me heart eyes? What's up? How you doing? Hello.
Right. That's not how that
You
works.
know, I gotta put some eyes on you. You know,
You know
what
what
I mean?
I'm saying?
I gotta put some eyes on you. You know, and
Some nose.
Some nose
Some
on you.
finger-
all that because guess what? You know, a lot of cats don't be kicking it to y'all online. You like now they got, you know, AI can do it for you now,
If
right?
you ever use AI to flirt with a girl, you need to log off of
Somebody's
every
doing it.
Somebody's
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
log off of every state.
Someone's doing this somewhere. I know it is.
Back in the
A
days,
teenager?
I don't, do you, this might be before your time, but y'all remember there was a little website called Black Planet. You remember Black Planet?
Yeah.
Right? And Mahente and all that stuff, right? So
I
Cats-
can go next.
cats used to be at the crib,
Mm.
right? And they would be on Black Planet, you know, at the house there. And some cats just ain't got no G.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm in G too. I ain't got no game either. You know what I'm saying? But some cats was worse than me.
Just bad.
You know what I mean? So
Sad.
and literally I would sit there and take over saying, let me do this for you. You know what I mean? And this time just total line. You know what I'm saying? So you were able to get their attention and mesmerize them with words, you know what I'm saying, you know, over the computer.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you had to fit the shoes in
Yeah,
person.
you
You know what I'm
can
saying?
talk, but you have to walk the walk.
You know,
Hell, yeah.
like for instance, you ever meet a bullshit motherfucker, right? And you know he a bullshit motherfucker, right? But you don't know he a bullshit motherfucker until he fuck around and bring you around his friends. And then you realize that.
Talking about the friends.
When you meet the wrong friend?
Do you realize like these dudes, that's really they swag. But that's not really his swag. He jacking they swag, but that's they swag.
Friend.
You know what I'm saying?
You met the store runner.
Right, the go getter. That's what we call him.
You met the store
The go
runner.
getter. He's the go getter.
That's
You know what I mean?
He pocketing the change.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the dude that's always driving the car, chilling. Usually he don't own the car. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's the go getter. You know what I mean?
That's why you gotta do that quick analysis. Which one is he?
Who is he?
Is he him? Is he really him?
Is he him? No, he's not. I hate him and him at least.
Well, usually the guy that got together, he ain't begging, he buying.
He ain't saying nothing.
He chilling.
Yeah.
He ain't begging, he buying. He just, you know.
Oh yeah, but you and men never been good at like. It's so obvious. Like they always like the loudest, ickiest ones. Like you know, like it's the
I'm
brokest one. He's always doing the most,
and
he's trying to talk the most, and he wants to make the most jokes and he
to.
wants to play fight with his homies, and he wants to embarrass me. He was talking about that one time they shot up the club and they went on that crazy crash
I'm thinking
out.
of four people right now.
God.
I'm thinking of four people.
They don't know that we instantly
see
like
right through
it's
that.
so instant. Like ew.
It's psychology. It's always the
But
one
you know what?
A problem.
It takes women to get to a certain point in their life to get past that guy.
I love what
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because for a while,
about the Hallies picking up the DDG.
Yeah. For a while, y'all be into that. It's excitement. It's like
No, but that's the
unfortunately.
corny corn one. Like no, if you can't tell the corny one from the corny one, the one that's embarrassing his friends. Oh my God, if you go for him, you girl.
But like you said, you might not know it's him till you get him around his friends. Then you're like, all right, he really not him.
That's when you.
He might appear to be him to you, but you get him in a group and you see that he's the one that can't swim for real. And then you're like, oh, this man can't save my life.
You know what I mean? Absolutely.
That was good.
Okay.
It's important, like you know,
that was
you gotta take them into
that radar
environments.
Oh, to see how they perform.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You'll know.
And those like us, do you know what this knife is for? Do you know what this napkin is for? Like that.
Yeah.
And not only that, you're right. I use it. I use it all the time with women. You know, I take them out to the next
increase their chances of getting a girl because they got nothing else to offer.
They doing mad break. They
gonna shoot their shot. They gonna shoot their shot and they be asking you to use your car to go to work next week, or asking you to use your car while you at work next week. My bad.
Please don't be that lady. To all my young girls, please don't ever ever. I don't care if he has to take it to the dollar store.
Across the street.
Never.
He can't park it.
No, don't ask him to not even for the parking rules in the morning. Don't do it. Okay?
But you know, all you gotta do is case the room when you walk into a room.
Just analyze. Them observation skills gotta be ill.
Look the rooms. A man's energy gonna tell a whole lot about him. See, I can walk in the room looking scruffy as can be, right? Toe up from the floor up. But when I walk in the room, my energy gonna say, the woman gonna look around that room gonna say, who that dude right there? You know what I mean? They're gonna look. They're gonna who that dude right there? Because my energy gonna come through. My confidence is gonna lead the way. I'm not conceited. I'm convinced. You know what I'm saying? So when I walk through the door, so it's like, bam, I'm here.
It's me.
And I'm not coming to make no big splash. You know what I mean?
And you don't have to.
Oh, no.
Oh, speaking of, and I was seeing this pop the balloon thing, and this guy, he had like 4 big old chains, and like he had on like the Gucci monogram, whatever, and like, and the girl was like, what would be your perfect first date? And he was like, he said something like, I will pick you up in my Rolls Royce, and it would have about 600 flowers in it. And then I'll take you shopping, buy you a Chanel bag. It was like, and she popped a balloon, and he was so flabbergasted. He couldn't understand.
Why
and she
would
was
you
like,
want that?
She's like, could you even name in the car? Like, you could have said you're gonna pick me up. You're like, I'm gonna pick you up in my Rolls Royce. She's like, that you a little too much
care about labels.
And
goofy.
He couldn't understand it. It's like, and you a grown clown.
You know the real choice brothers do. Like, you know how real choice brother lead through the door? He don't even want you to know what he got.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because he wants to know that
try to impress you.
You want him for him. Because you know what? He know what he got. Like me, shit. I know what I represent. I'm to the good. You know what I mean? I know I'm to the good. But if you ain't got your shit together, you trying to figure it out, I'm gonna peep your game long before before you even know it. You know what I mean? You're gonna bump your gums and you're gonna say the wrong thing and you're gonna cancel yourself right out. You know what I mean? You know?
So you okay? Okay, so I like that. You like with the girls shoot.
Shooting your shot is okay.
You said it's okay, 50-50.
But there's a but there.
But you gotta come correct. Exactly. But same on the same, like the in any
manner you shoot your shot. Whether it's online or in person or across the bar.
Or man shooting shot at woman or woman shooting shot at man, you gotta come correct.
But all that long time texting and inboxing,
no. We're not that over dead.
I got to put some eyes on you because listen, you ain't gonna catfish me and all this other stuff. Let's see what it is.
Okay.
Let's put some eyes on you.
All right.
You know what I mean? You know, and we can meet in a public place. You know, all that.
But you should
don't meet me at the Starbucks and all that type of stuff. All them to talk about. Don't do that. Listen, where you want to meet me at? You know what I mean?
Not for the first date though. Just for the first.
Ain't gonna be no first date. I'm gonna meet you to see who you are, and you gonna see who I am. Ain't no date.
But also we got like FaceTime and stuff.
You know what? FaceTime is
alright. That's my little method.
FaceTime.
If I see you online, I like you.
FaceTime is alright. But guess what?
Face chat, video call,
within a certain time.
Guess what? But the camera put like 10 pounds on you sometimes.
Not always.
But listen, it put 10 pounds on you and it hides your blemishes and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? So you know what?
He said no filters.
Listen, no, I'm telling you.
You don't know that.
I'm telling you.
People can do that. People can filter themselves.
Listen,
on video cam, webcam.
A choice brother won't put some eyes on you. Listen.
No, but also too because
we want to have a little ice cream and cake across the table.
Because people just want to talk, text that off. Oh my god, texting is the worst thing that ever happened. I hate it.
It serves its purpose, but it's not for the romantic sphere. It's not for the romantic field. It's not for trying to get to know somebody intimately.
No.
I can't blue bubble my way through this relationship. So come correct if you're gonna shoot that shot. However you're gonna shoot it, come correct.
Yeah,
come
but
correct.
I like that. I was surprised. I was so surprised by my.
No, I think people answered according to what they thought was like.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. I was surprised by the outcome, like the overall, like by the 100% guys, like yeah, shoot, and like that. So many girls.
I think
like,
that's
yeah,
more
I'm
an
a shooter.
ego thing. Like a man gonna feel good. You shoot your shot at him. His little ego's gonna be like, woo, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any of us.
And I was gonna say it's an ego
We
boost
all
for
gonna feel like
anybody.
that, yeah.
You like if you a sharpshooter, unless it's like a creep.
She the old girl bagged me.
Okay.
Okay. And she did. Oh, we should have had her
Love
here.
that.
I
She
wish
bagged
was
me.
here.
Look, I was minding my business.
Hey.
Playing with a cat.
Okay.
Mr. Nice Guy, you was gonna never shoot your shot. She had to shoot her shot.
Cause
So in that
listen,
situation, that worked out.
I need that.
you know,
Do you need that?
Yeah, sometimes you see something you like and you go get it. Sometimes you wait to see if it come get you, but sometimes you don't. It depends. It depends. You feel it out.
what's crazy is you know the story. I was in Serico
Mm-hmm.
working
Mm-hmm. Minding your business.
and minding my business, playing with a cat, and she was in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They met up overseas.
Oh.
We need to write a song.
Oh.
I was in Curacao. She was in Belize. Overseas. Yes.
How about
Okay,
that?
you better
TP got the
get in the
vocals.
studio, girl.
TP got the vocals too.
Ghost
He
writer.
gave us a little tidbit last
Uh,
weekend, so that was nice.
Quit playing.
Yeah,
Quit
that
playing.
was cute. I'm gonna show you later.
Quit
Okay.
playing.
TP was singing, y'all, singing his little heart out to his
Uh,
booski who shot her shot. So, ladies, if you see a good man out there and you want him, go get it. Go get it. That's my message for the day.
Okay.
There
Go
you
after
go.
what you
Glow
want. in
said
life.
shoot to shoot. So shooting
Go
your
after
shot
what you
is
want in
clearly in
life.
style. And the men's is loving it. So
Yeah,
go get them.
go get him.
Go get them.
On that note, this has been so much fun as usual.
Per usual.
Thank y'all for tuning in to, in my opinion, anything else you want to say, friend, before we sign off?
I don't know. Make good choices. Love
Always.
yourself.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
If you want.
Roll with the punches or get rolled the fuck.
Period.
Use my language.
Okay. On that note, y'all have a beautiful rest of your week. It's only Tuesday, so you still got time to make up a beautiful week. Have a good weekend.
And it's gonna be warm this weekend. So.
Yes, the weather is gonna break. I promise, it's coming.
Do some
So
things.
enjoy your time. Have a good night, and we'll see you here next
This has been
Tuesday.